Friday night fights at Chris Caron's. We are playing 71 points of mid-war. Chris is playing. Well, go through your list, Chris.
Yeah, so I'm using the fighting first for a second time.
Yeah.
This is my revised list from last night. So
Yep.
I have an armored rifle formation
Yep.
with headquarter on jeeps.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 armored rifle platoon, one with 6 section of carbine, 5 bazookas, and a bunch of
That's this meaty things here.
LMGs and half tracks.
So one thing that Andrew and when I played with Andrew is we forgot that the FAQ says that the transport unit leader has to stay within 6 inches of the infantry. Yeah, and it's on the
Unit
card.
leader.
Unit leader rule.
Or unit transport, sorry.
Yeah. So that's something we forgot. So yeah, you do have them there.
Yeah.
So this big fat unit here has the 5 bazookas and 2 50 cal half tracks.
Correct.
Oh, sorry, and before I forget, we did realize as well, though, that when they're all bailed out and can't get back in, you can send them to the rear, and then when they come back, they're all back in. So that's a way out of their impossible to get back in. Sorry.
You lose them for a turn, basically, but they don't...
The infantry,
Yeah.
the infantry as well?
No,
Just the vehicle.
Just the vehicles.
The transport, okay.
Yeah.
So the 2nd Infantry Platoon, a bit smaller, 4 section, 4 half-track, 4 bazookas, and only 1 LMG. Both have a 60mm mortar.
And it's got to be noted that they are sitting on the 2 dust-up objectives, which is why...
Correct.
Like, I don't know how I'm going to... I'm not going to be able to take this. Unless it goes like 11 turns.
So.
Well, I do.
So spearheaded the recce, so 2 M38, what are they again?
A1s.
A1, yeah.
Scout cars.
With 2 jeeps and one of the jeep, this one here with 60mm mortar. Have spearheaded as far as they could.
It's behind this. It's hard to see from up top, but there is a hill.
Yep.
I spearheaded my recce HQ to behind the hill, so we're not within 8, but we're concealed.
Correct. So to deny the high ground.
Yep.
And I have, because of that, I was able to put my 81mm mortars, platoon of 3 in the woods.
And your reserves come on over here, and they are...
1 platoon is Sherman, and a platoon is Stewart.
Okay.
Is that, do they call them Stewarts?
Stewarts, yeah, M3 Stewarts. So my list is really wacky. I've been hemming and hawing on trying to make Afrika Korps decent without resorting to any of this captured BS. And I've been running Italians lately, but I kind of wanted to go all Afrika Korps and use some units that I've never used before. So I am running, I've got some 10.5 centimeter guns defending this objective here. I've got 88s. I've used these before, obviously, but the 10.5s I haven't used. But I've got the 88s over here, primarily because his tanks are coming in reserves there. My initial plan when I spearheaded that lone guy over there was to put, I don't know, probably the 88s on the hill, but he counter spearheaded me to be, 8.01 away, so I couldn't put anything on the hill. So that was a good move on his part. This could come back to haunt me, the fact that I've got absolutely nothing on this objective. I also did a spearhead with the 2 8-rads over here, staying 16 inches away from his deployment zone, and my plan was to put my infantry here, and I'm going to stick with the plan, even though it's probably not going to work out. But if I can get into some buildings, we'll see what happens. In terms of reserves, and again, I might just have to stay hunkered down until my 2 Panzer IV long guns. This is the first time I've used these guys. I ripped off the old guns and put on the long guns, thanks to Jamesy from England for sending me those barrels. And this is the remainder of my scout car formation. And they're going to come on over here. So I think with all of this stuff, if I can whittle down maybe some of those half-tracks, I guess these half-tracks and just melt these guys down with the 50s. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. Like, we're deploying back and forth, and it's going to be wild. I think a lot is going to hinge on who gets first turn, but
I think your artillery, how effective your artillery is going to be big too.
Will be a big deal.
Yeah, if I can range in and just like, yeah, and the game plan here is, oh, sorry, this is my CO down here, and that's my 2IC on the roof of this building. He just wouldn't stay. It's one of these shacks here. What are you checking?
I'm checking if I can range in on your 88s.
Probably.
Yes, I can.
Good luck with ranging in on those, though.
Yeah.
As I found out last week.
Are they terrible?
Oh, dude. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Dennis rolled all game at me and never...
I rolled all game. Couldn't roll a
Never
6.
ranged in once.
Couldn't roll a 6.
So,
Best of luck with that, Chris.
oh my god, 5+?
Yeah, but it's 6+ if your template's touching terrain.
Yeah, so he couldn't range in without hitting my vehicle a building, so he was 6s.
Actually, no, but my gun is sticking out. You could be a DB, which you should, actually.
Oh, get one.
Place the template out there, kill one gun, and then force me. There you go.
That's it.
There's the cunning French plan. So that's our deployment. We'll see who goes first and Gesh after turn 1.
So very little happened in the stern. I just moved Ricky to take a position to fire at the Ricky. I did hit, but you managed to save.
I made a whole bunch of 5-up saves. Just keep in mind, this isn't actually an 8-rad. I'm using this as a scout car HQ, so it's for armor 1.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it looks like an 8-rad, and I took my scout car saves. I mean, I just like the model so much, that's why I'm using it.
I should point out that the immediate reserve did not show up. Failed the roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Otherwise, on this side, all I did is I moved the half tracks forward, especially the 50 cal, trying to shoot at the Ricky. But really, to no avail because you have front armor 4 with range.
Yep, it's the spare tires strapped onto the front.
Correct.
You did pass all 3 of your cross checks to get your AT guns in a good spot.
Of the woods. The mortar platoon fired 4 shots of 50 cal and did hit, but you managed to save.
Yeah.
Did he hit twice, I believe?
Yes, because you can't bombard on your first turn.
Correct.
So that's how turn 1 ends for the Americans/French. So now we'll see how I do on my turn 1. See if I get reserves, which will be pretty clutch. All right, so my turn 1. I still didn't get that far away. I mean, he could still move over there and just chase me, but then they got 88s. Speaking of 88s, because we knew he was going to range in on that gun there, that's why I got my pin marker ready for next turn. I did take pot shots, and I bailed out one of them. My 10.5s cunningly ranged in over here, pinned the infantry. I don't think I killed a single model.
You haven't.
But I, perhaps foolishly, but not really, I moved some of my infantry into this building and then took 2 shots on the move here into the AT guns. Killing 1, I actually got my 6 on the gun shield. These guys moved up. My PBZ-41s did the preliminary work in bailing out some of them. These guys blitzed up, shot, and finished them off. One by double bailing, and then he failed a 6-up remount. And the other one killed that one there. So you do have models within 6, so I guess one of those back guys is the unit leader now. Yeah. So that is how my turn 1 ends. I didn't get any reserves, obviously. Now it's his turn for reserves, and actually if something comes in, I mean, yeah, he's chasing down this one thing, but that is my formation HQ, and it's a platoon.
And I do
get you get 1 reserve, so we'll see what you put in.
I'll bring the Sherman.
So, Shermans?
Yep.
Really? I would have put the Stuarts, I think, but I don't know.
Because I get all the way up to the middle, right?
No, I think you get 20 in.
No.
Reserves?
You get the full zone.
Ooh, that is different.
That is
I'm
different.
used to Team Yankee.
So I don't have to face your idiots.
Well, and you can move them up to a reverse slope position.
Yep, could.
Yeah, so we'll see what you do. All right, Chris's turn 2.
Yes.
What happened?
So I managed to bring the reserve. I chose to bring the Sherman platoon of 3 Sherman. Brought them in range to fire at the infantry over here. 6 shot with stabilizers. It took me 6s, and I missed everything.
No, I think you hit once, but I made my save.
I'm not sure.
The one guy failed to get back in.
Failed to get back in.
And shockingly, that's a 4+ for the armored mortar, whereas the half tracks are 6, which is nuts.
In terms of movement, I chose to move Ricky back here, behind the hill.
Yeah. I
brought the half tracks over here to help cover this zone for the infantry moving in. Move the platoon commander so that I could move the half track over here.
Well, crucially, they didn't unpin.
They didn't unpin.
Because otherwise they'd be occupying these buildings.
Yes. Yeah. So I was able to bring the half tracks over here, shot successfully about six or eight shots.
You brought me down to the 2 guys that are in here and the 1 out there.
Correct.
So one more hit.
That firing combined to that brought you down to that,
and then pinned.
And you're pinned.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Your mortar.
Pinned.
Your mortar ranged in
And pinned.
and pinned my my 88s. So
I actually managed to hit both, right? But you saved and you saved. So.
Yeah. Well, saving here was easy because your AT is 1 and my top armor is 0. So my turn 2. We'll see if I get reserves. And now that I know it's the whole back edge, I thought it was like stuck in the corner. So I might have to do the same thing if my Panzer IVs come in.
The whole back edge on your side.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. All right,
that was fun.
My turn 2. My 8-rads failed to blitz. Shot and did nothing. My infantry shot the Pibbs 41 at the gun. Like, this gun team got 4 hits and made every single one of his saves. I moved these guys behind this building here. Unpinned my 88s. Shot bailed out 1. The other one is still bailed out. Everything else is pretty ineffectual. Oh, yeah, in the assault step, I'm going to try to move him down because it's still the assault step. Over here, I stupidly blitzed up. I was trying to pick off the unarmored jeeps, but because they are behind the crest of the hill, they're concealing on the ground because they didn't shoot. So now I have to shoot and scoot back, otherwise I lose that over there. But clutch, the guys that I moved around the side to here, I assaulted, took a whole bunch of hits, lost 1 to defensive fire, swung, killed 1. He made a save, or his counterattack, came back, killed 1 of mine, but because he moved so many guys in, I had more guys than 4. It was a big back and forth. Long story short, I'm down to just 3 models in my CO in this platoon. However, I did consolidate victoriously into this shack and push these guys back. Which is fantastic. I think I only killed 1 model in the artillery attack.
Yes.
That is how my turn ends. I'm just going to roll to see if I do my shoot and scoot back down off the hill. Which no, that's a scout.
I think he's a 4.
What?
He's the scout commander.
Tactics.
Yeah, it is 3+.
3+.
It's 3+, so I do get to scoot back. Yeah, so it's there we go. Oops. So that's how my turn ends. On to turn
3.
Yeah, where his armored mortars
Unbail.
need to get back in. Well, it's reserves and unbail and all that, but if they get back in,
reserves don't come in.
Yeah, well, you get 1 for free.
Get 1 for free. Yeah, so
anywho, that's how that ends. All right, Chris, your turn 3.
Yes, so reserve did come in. It was the my last platoon, the Stuarts.
This shouldn't have shot, actually, because you dashed, right?
Did he kill anything? No, I didn't kill anything. All the damage was done by this.
Bailed out that guy with him.
No,
it was the Shermans. Okay, just making sure.
You're right. So anyway, these guys came in. They dashed past the Sherman. I moved the recce from over here to here.
Shot 50s into here. I made. No, I failed my save, but you failed your firepower.
Correct, failed firepower. Managed to bring back the mortar, 1 at least.
So they didn't run.
Did manage to hit the 88s again, but failed to hit.
Yep.
I don't know.
No, it didn't hit, so they're not pinned.
Correct, that's right.
Yeah.
Move the half track over here to shoot in this platoon, reducing it down to only 2.
2 teams.
Well,
you actually killed my CO, but then he took command of the platoon.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But they're testing.
Did not manage to unpin.
Again.
Move the half track so that it could be useful to help shooting the infantry over here. And they were. The
anti-tank guns.
The anti-tank were useful as well.
Bailed 1
They bailed 1 of the 8 rads before the Sherman killed it.
Yep.
Moved the company command and 2IC in their jeep up to help rally this mess over here next turn.
Yep.
I think that's it. It was successful.
I got a lot of
turn.
tests over here now. But I do get reserves, so my turn 3. We'll see what's what. So I got my reserves in. I opted to not take a scout car to drive and contest this yet. Primarily because then the Stuarts would have something to shoot at. So I chose instead the heavy hitters, which shot and killed one of the armored vehicles. And I shot in a particular order. I knew if I shot the MGs from here at these, you'd move them to there. And then, so I shot the 88s first, shot this second, and then fired the MGs, which left those guys out in the open, which is great. My Pibs 41 in this building, because they're already in bulletproof cover, I figured I could opt to shoot at the guns. So he made his saves, a ton of saves actually. These guys didn't unpin, but they made their morale save, or their last stand on a 3+, thanks to Third Reich. And I did dig in, and I opted to not fire, so I could stay concealed there. That's all I've got. However, I am... Oh, sorry, artillery, I rearranged in a bit further back. I popped the Jeeps, and I killed everybody but the CO, so that's pretty good. Pinned them, because they're not armored. They were still pinned, but the guys under the template for here all made their saves. I had to move the template because I wanted to keep these guys in the building, and they were danger close when I was ranged in there. So that is that. Turn 4, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And clearly, I didn't get back in. I failed my my remount or my last stand for the 8 rads, and they ran. So I'm holding on by my fingernails over here. We're a little out of step here, but he unpinned his guys, and now he's going to assault. So something we've kind of looked in the rules is, before the assaulting phase, moving your infantry sideways like this will maximize... I mean, when you do move into contact, the front edges have to be in there, but this maximizes... A, the amount of models that are going to be within 4 inches, and B, leaves lanes of fire for these 2 LMGs. So this is just a little something for you guys to, because only assaulting teams go in. It's not everybody within 8 like in version 3. So in this case, he's maximizing his odds of, I mean, he's going to smash through these guys, but he's doing it the most efficient way possible over here. And then, yeah, so these Spanish volunteers are coming in, all full of anger from the Spanish Civil War. So, does that mean these guys are future Barcelona fans? Oh man, if so, I definitely got to mow them down. Pretty big turn, whatever that is.
Turn 4.
Yeah, so you moved in. I did 4 hits in defensive fire.
Saved 2.
Saved 2, but I killed 2. And crucially, when you were... teaming up against this building, I was purposely shooting at the non-bazooka team so that you'd be worse off to hit. You did, after a whole bunch of rounds of combat, you did whittle me down and kill my CO.
Yes.
And then consolidated. This platoon was not assaulted. And this formation is hanging on by its fingertips because the 2IC who was observing is still part of the HQ formation, and they don't have to ever test because they're heroic. And this platoon is hanging on by its fingernails with 3 models left. He daisy chained the CO or the HQ, sorry, the unit leader half track here to daisy chain over here to shoot at. This guy had never dug in, but I mean, he needed 6 to hit that one guy. Elsewhere, on his turn, these guys did run. Your Stuarts are up on the hill, so that we determined that even if I shoot and scoot, there's enough of the berm of the hill that we'd be in consignment of one another.
Managed to bring back the
I know.
motor. So.
That mortar is back, and he...
I hit, but... sorry.
No, you didn't hit, because otherwise I'd be pinned.
I rolled a 2,
yeah. So now it's my turn, whatever it is, 4 you say?
Yeah, bottom of 4.
Yeah, so I'm going to get some reserves, I'm hoping. I just don't know, I mean... This,
you got what, 4 dice now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I can do against that with this, so we'll see. So I did perhaps a controversial choice. I road dashed one of my units of scout cars to behind there, because I do have a master plan for that later. I successfully blitzed these guys, and I only needed 3s to hit those guys there, and that is what I rolled. Excellent stuff. I did do my shoot and scoot. I haven't moved them back yet. Over yonder, I did move up my scout cars with the MG command. I've got different ones. I've got one with a PIBS 41, but I wanted the extra MGs, and it paid off. I was able to pin the platoon out here in the open. I took pot shots with this PIBS 41 at the platoon. Again, if you'll recall, the unit leader is daisy chaining leadership over here. I wanted to kill him, but missed horribly, even though I was hitting on 3s. However, over here, he did move these Regiment of Chad guys, and I was able to range in and hit a whole whack ton, but I only killed, I think, 3 models. But whatever, they're pinned. So I've got 2 units pinned over here. But I mean, I really would have liked to have killed the Stuarts. Oh, and the 88s finally rolled a firepower test to kill one of these lousy... I mean, those 81mm mortars, like, I know you're chuckling, but Jesus.
Hurtful language.
I know. They're how many points for those 3? And they've been holding back, like...
Yeah, the 81 are 2 points.
Yeah, it's not like
2 points.
Shoot anything else.
Yeah.
My 88s are 12 points, and that's all I've shot at. Loss. Anyway, on to turn 5. See if he can unpin, and if he does...
Ones?
Yeah, I did, sadly. I still have to shoot and scoot them, but yeah, this is for the camera. Stellar.
So roll it right now.
Right, because he only has the 2IC left.
The 2IC will leave, yeah.
Yes, the 2IC will leave, who unfortunately is my spotting team.
Wow, but you can just use this guy.
That's true. I could just use that guy. Wonderful. So, in a flurry of activity, I did, in defensive fire and in assault, I did whittle his platoon down to just a handful of dudes left, yeah.
You killed 3 bases.
Killed 3, but I was hoping to... If I'd made that one counterattack roll, I would have probably killed more. He moved a whole bunch of guys over here, shot at my recce, and that's when he realized that because I'm scout and didn't shoot, and he has stabilizers, he'd be hitting me on 7s, and so that's why these guys lived. His mortar again failed to hit over there. Hopefully my 88 will slowly win over and kill that 2-point platoon over there. Yeah. Alright, so my turn, whatever this is, and I get my reserves in.
This is bottom 5, sorry.
Bottom of 5? Yep. Cool.
Eco 1.
Wow. So, my reserves came in. I was really hoping to just do a couple of wounds here. I shot and shot and shot. I don't think I even pinned them. No, hitting on 5s and still couldn't do anything to these guys. In another stellar display, these 2 Panzer IVs shot at the concealed Stuarts, rolled double 1s. So the Stuarts have, it must be all of this foliage that's on there, right?
It's a really good paint.
It's all the foliage that's causing the, so these guys ended up doing most of the damage into the Stuarts. So I killed 1, bailed 1. The 88, yes, finally, may I break a 2-point platoon with my 88s. That would be stellar. Lastly, this guy here, who's a formation command guy, did not move, ranged in the middle of this and killed probably like 6 or 7 stands. Unbelievable. Like, if I had killed this middle guy who's connecting these members here, I would have broken the platoon.
You kill a bazooka and the LMG and 3 Garands.
Yeah, there's almost nobody left.
That hurts.
stellar performance. Yeah, no, my hope here was to break them,
And
which would break them.
And you bailed out of
Oh yeah, and I bailed out a vehicle, even better. So that is the end of my turn. I'm losing this flank, but I'm starting to pull back here. My Panzer IVs need to do something. That's 20 points, and they've done absolutely nothing. So
well, they've done a really good job of rolling ones.
Yes.
Yeah, really a stellar job of rolling ones and twos.
So,
Yep, stellar.
Yeah.
I'll let you comment.
Yeah.
You got a good voice.
So his Shermans, with moving and stabilizers, needed 5s to hit with 6 shots, and he hit 5 times. So he killed one, double bailed one. I passed the double bail, but I'm still testing next turn. Over here, he bailed out 2 of my scout cars with bazookas, and then moved out and... Hang on.
Assaulted with 4.
Yeah, but you shot not using your moving rate of fire, so you can't really assault, but that's neither here nor there. Right? Because if you're hitting me on 5s for shooting, you have to use your movement to... But that's something for later, but that is true.
Let me see. It's still 1. My moving rate of fire is 1 with bazooka.
No. But it's the slow firing, so it would have been +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you moved.
But what does slow firing say?
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. No big deal for now. But needless to say, I mean, it's something we can look up. So needless to say, I had 1 active. He moved in. I was hoping MG just to whittle a little platoon down. I did kill 1. The bazooka didn't hit me, but like a Garand actually swung, pitched a grenade into the top of these little open doodads.
Yeah, grills.
Like, yeah, they've got the grenade grills, but one slipped into here because I rolled a 1 from my top armor, died, and he got to go back in here. So I did kill 1. One of the guys in here is the CO, so if I can kill 1 more, which will be the LMG who's not dug in, I'll at least get that platoon, but it sucks losing a platoon to that. I still have this formation alive.
Just, yeah.
Barely. Yeah, like I'm hanging on by a thread here.
I did roll a 6 with the bazooka.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know at least. That's cool. So now it's my turn. We'll see if I can...
Yeah, that's good to know. I'm still learning.
See if I can get guys back in here, because otherwise it's good night, Irene. He got back in. Only killed 1. I tried side shots. My Pibs 41 scout car missed. Everybody else hit, but I mean, it's side armor 4 versus AT5, nothing doing. Over here, I ranged in to try and kill off the platoon guy who's inside this shack and the guns. I only pinned the guns. And over here, in a bid to kill 1 of these models and get rid of 3 of these half-tracks and all those guys all in 1 shot, that failed. So now I'm going to lose this platoon. And if I lose this platoon, I lose the game. So that's how that sits on potentially the last turn, turn 8 or whatever?
7.
Or 7? Yeah.
7, top 7.
So that's where we're at. So on his turn, he only managed to bail out 1 of these with the 37 mils.
That I rallied.
That you unpinned, yeah.
Unpinned, yeah, sorry.
These guys shot bazookas, yada, yada, yada.
50 cals.
Everything.
Missed.
Over here, the Shermans, the 2 remaining Shermans only bailed him out. So you say there's a chance.
Yeah, it was 3 hits, but
Yeah,
only
3
a
hits.
bail.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully he can get back in. The fight grinds on. I wasn't able to remount, but I was able to make my last stand. My Pibs 41 that was here killed 1. The 2 centimeters bailed 1, and then I used my shoot and scoot to go back. Over here, the bailed out did not get back in. I realized I should have done this the first round, but moved over here to shoot at this, and if I didn't kill him, I could at least assault. And finally, my shooting was good. I ended up killing 2 of them, so this platoon is testing. My artillery came in, took out a gun, but the guys inside the house were still okay. They re-rolled all their saves. No, all but one, but then I failed one of my firepowers. So he's got a few tests to make.
I've got a few tests and I could break now.
I'm on the cusp. Like, I'm on the edge. I'm 2 models away from breaking, but so are you potentially.
What's in your what's in your formation?
Yeah, that's my formation. I'm going to tell you what's in the formation. Armored rifle at HQ. I have 1 section left.
Yes.
Armored rifle platoon of 6, which is at the rear here, is okay.
You have more than 3 models, and you have your CO is...
Right up front. It's far. Then
where's your 2 IC? Oh, I already killed them in the artillery.
The second platoon is down to only 1, last stand.
Yes.
And this is down to only 1. That's part of my core as well. I have to test.
Oh, the AT guns are?
Yeah.
Are part of core? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not testing yet for the formation because you've got 1 armored rifle and your company commander isn't testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're fine for 1 more turn.
You
Yeah.
won't break.
So you can force me to break by killing 1.
Yeah.
He's got to kill.
Yeah. Shooting at this is useless. So if this gets back in here...
I gotta kill the...
Yeah.
What should I kill?
No, the CO
Yeah.
and 1 of these.
Okay.
Or 2. Yeah, ideally.
Well, 2 ideally.
Ideally 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that would be...
Let's do a lot of
yeah,
roll.
but
Let's do
wow.
a lot of roll.
So get your Sherman back in first.
Yeah, we may as well just do it live.
Yeah. Okay.
Live in full effect.
So Sherman gets back in on a 4+. A 6.
Yep.
Sherman's back in.
So no test here.
No test.
So again, as much as it's a juicy target here,
It's not worth it.
and I don't even think you need to move this guy for clear shots at that. You just might have to move this one here.
Yeah. But then if it all hinges on success here.
Well, I would actually move this Sherman to maybe here, so he has shots on this
Yeah,
if the first one misses, or can shoot down the hill here.
Right here, I have a lot of bazookas I can move.
Yes.
And I have 50
So you should
cals.
do your test on him first.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tests.
So let's do this one because he's
The
pinned.
gun.
He's pinned.
Yeah,
So he remains pinned. Last 10, he
He's
goes.
gone. And your CO's way over here. So that
Yeah.
that would have been handy to kill this.
Yes. Okay.
Now, what's really important is keeping this platoon alive.
So I
with
have a
the,
last 10.
Yeah.
Gone.
Your CO's there.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Gone.
Fail.
It was meant to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which and the
So their
half tracks
their
go
half
too.
tracks go with him.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll take
I
them
don't know
out.
which ones they are. I think
Yeah, it's those
It's
ones.
these ones. Because all I have left is MG because I lost the
Yeah.
50 calorie.
Which actually opens up. Now these ones can drive up. Now I'm not in cover anymore.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
The 50 can go into the side.
Okay.
Just drive back.
So
that
all
way.
I have left in terms of core is this platoon, that.
You want to keep this guy alive. Do not
Yeah.
move him out.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I have left. in
Bazooka
terms-
into here. Move
Yep.
these. Yeah.
Yep.
I think you might be able to do. Oh, you know what I did forget to mention? I did pass one of my cross checks to
Yeah.
move here. So next turn. But I mean, if he can force me to test now, I think he can do it. So we'll see what happens. He did what he needed to. The bazookas and the 50s killed one, bailed one. He's a temporary commander, but he's out of command of this one. So I'm testing even if he gets back in. This Sherman stayed. This Sherman moved. This Sherman moved in case these guys failed. He would have shot one Sherman down, and this Sherman at my formation commander. He killed the formation commander. I'd laugh if this guy stays in the game, this guy gets back in. But now it's time for me to take my tests. So clutch here is bailing back in on a 4+. Yes. Bailing back in on a 4+ over here. No. To not lose the game. Oh, I rolled a 6. And they're reluctant 5. So that is enough to keep me in the game. See if this guy gets back in.
No.
God damn it.
Good.
All right. So now, wait. What were we saying? How many models do I have to kill to bring you down? A couple of these infantry models?
Well, if you kill the company command, I'm done.
Right.
Because all I'll have is a core platoon. That's it.
Or continually come into there.
Or you
That's...
But here I have 1, 2,
Wow, so close.
3.
Wait, no,
4,
this
5.
unit doesn't count because it's in bad spirits. right?
Yeah.
So I do break.
Yes. No.
You don't. Bad spirits doesn't matter.
No.
It's just whether you have teams on the table. If you're in bad spirits, it just means you're testing to see if you run. You count the number of teams you have on the table. It's not Yankee.
No, you mean units. So
That's
right.
what I mean, units.
So I only have one that's in good spirits.
Correct. And you've got another one here?
Yeah, but it's not in good spirits.
It doesn't matter.
But it's still a lot.
Two on the table.
Two on the table? Okay.
Even if it's
But now it's testing.
Well, I passed it.
No, but I mean, like every turn from now on,
yeah,
it's
but
gonna be
now,
testing.
yeah. Yeah, so now, this guy didn't get back in.
Whereas in Team Yankee, it's you have to have
It's the other way.
teams. You have to have platoons in good spirit, so it's a different rule. But in this,
All right, well, we'll see what I can
just
do.
count units on the table.
I'll go just kill a couple models here,
Yeah.
see if I can pull it off.
Oh,
So real quickly, I took some pop
trees
shots
are
with
all-
my 2 centimeters into there. My 88 that had passed its cross check before pops 1. This guy didn't get back in. I wouldn't worry about the falling trees.
No.
It's getting hot and the blue tack is
makes sense.
failing.
Without the gun
I
fire.
killed a guy in the shack with the ranged-in artillery, and I moved them over there to later contest that.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's on the hook for testing. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it, right? Right. Actually, are you testing?
I don't think he's testing right
No,
now.
he's got his CO is alive.
The Sherman's testing.
Yes, the Shermans are testing.
And I've got it on pin, that's all.
And you have to unpin. Yeah,
Yeah.
so the game goes on.
Yep.
Cool. So
we're
turn
at
whatever this is.
Turn 9.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've found now I'm always wrong while I'm filming the video. I can just fix it later.
And yeah.
So,
Wow.
in the flipped over Mad Max car park or junkyard of doom, all these wrecked scout cars broke upon the bazookas,
And the last
the lone Sherman that made it. Because, these guys couldn't do anything. The opposite of man of the match is them, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
So you're able to pull it off despite everything. So
Yeah,
this
but you
platoon
lost
is
everything.
dead.
It's like
Yeah, I lost everything.
It's like the most Pyrrhic victory of all.
Yeah.
But that was probably one of the best game of version 4 I've ever
pretty
played.
good.
Just because it was just weird.
Well, and it's
Like,
what?
it was just crazy. It's
1
like
o'clock?
turn whatever.
Is
Is
it
it
1
1
o'clock?
o'clock?
Yeah.
No
Holy
way.
shit.
It's 1 o'clock.
Oh my god. Well, we started kind of late, but still not that late.
No, we started at like 8. We've been at this for like 5 hours.
But we've been checking a lot of rules.
Yeah, we've been okay.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
This is why
But
you
I'm not-
can't play long-term games in tournaments.
That's it, right?
Yeah, this would have ended... Well, I would have ended in a draw earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like nothing left. I've got 2 88s.
And they have all their ammo, 'cause they didn't
and
even shoot
all
them.
of their... Yeah, exactly. They shot at lousy...
They shot one. They killed 2. And
Yeah, so in super hindsight, I should have had something spearhead here, so I could have the 88s here. But then the mortars would have ranged in on it out in the open potentially and just killed them.
Or you could have also put your 88s right here on the objective, so you were contesting it the whole time.
I was thinking of that, but then he would have come in around here, and then just I
But you would
had
have
the
had
one
so
turn.
much shooting from those artillery.
Man,
I
3 of
don't
them
know.
are behind the hill. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I did.
It's hard
I
to
was
say.
thinking, and yeah. So normally we'd have the preamble or the post game, but I'm just drained. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
it was a long game.
It was
Like all the
very
dudes
long.
I killed, I shockingly did kill most of your guys.
Oh,
As,
yeah?
and in the
Yeah.
beginning, I was like, "There's no way."
So all left is nothing in here.
Oh yeah, you moved all of them
Nothing
up.
in here. So
So you have 4 models left in the platoon and a commander.
that's it. That's why I won.
That's why you won.
That's
This.
Yeah. The armored
It's
rifles struggled a bit, but they were more effective than I thought they would be
Me too.
in assault.
Yeah, they did that.
Mhm.
There was enough weight of swings there that they were
Mhm.
able. They almost always rolled the 5 or 6 they needed out of all the
That's
dice.
it. That's
right?
it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was able to. Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty effective.
Cool. Well, I think we'll just wrap it up because that was just draining. This video is probably like 45 minutes long. Whatevs. It was the longest day, as it were, not
Yes.
but in the desert and not in North
Pattern.
Africa.
Pattern.
Yeah.